What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great day. I feel like I've been here before. So this is like the 600th video today of talking about Eagles news, trying to keep you up to date with everything possible. And of course, I was working on the defensive coordinator and almost done with it, of course. And I told you I would talk about the Howie and Nick Sirianni press conference first, and then we'd get into the DCs later tonight. Well, that's not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, Howie and Nick, it was kind of just some of the dumbest questions I've ever seen, like asking a head coach what his job is, like just really some dumb stuff. The media just continues to embarrass the hell out of me. But, they're going to bring in guys. We talked about maybe some veteran leadership to try to help steer the ship, some guys with former head coaching experience. And well, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as that damn press conference was over, I'm getting a show ready. And boom, they hit us with some news. The Dolphins and Vic Fangio have agreed to mutually part ways because, well, his family from Pennsylvania, huge Phillies fan. We've talked about this when he was an analyst for the Eagles, helping out, consultant, whatever. But look, man, I like Vic Fangio. You guys know I talk about the Vic Fangio tree. Well, now we got the damn godfather of it. Now you're going to hear people, oh, it just doesn't work in the NFL, this, that, the other thing. And, you know, his team was number 10, I think, in yards last year, but 22nd in points. Now, dude, they had Ramsey hurt, Phillips hurt. They had a lot of injuries on that defense. His first year, they're implementing a system that's quite complicated. And we've been running it here for the last few years. And hold on. Heard a train going by there. Don't window open. Don't give anybody any free shows out there. But look, we talked about this, and this team, we broke the sack record a couple years ago. We're number 1 against the pass. I don't know if you guys like that stuff, but I actually like being good on defense, getting more sacks than anyone ever. I'm sorry, not the most as a team. We were, I think, like 70th? Or we got 70, so we were like 3rd all time. Oh, wow. And then we're the first team ever to have 4 players with over 10 plus sacks, and they all had over 11. So, yeah, man, I'd like to get back to that. And if it's the guy that they're all trying to literally copycat, and not necessarily copycat, but they come from the Fangio tree, and they're trying to do it for a reason. It is successful if you are coaching it right, if the players are executing. And well, last year we talked about Desai, what I thought he would be able to do with this roster, with the talent built for these odd and even fronts, to be versatile, to be able to attack any offense, to literally play the matchup. That's what you do. You accentuate to your players' skill sets. That's how you create your defense. And that is something Vic Fangio will be able to do and will do with this damn defense. Now, we talked about him, ladies and gentlemen, over and over again. He came in and helped us out. And then we got screwed out of getting him because Gannon is a dickbag. But it all comes full circle. Time is a flat circle. Look, man, this is awesome. I don't care what anybody says. I'm excited about this because this is something, when done right, it works in the NFL, and it's bend, don't break, so people will lose their minds. You're not blitzing every play, so people will lose their minds. But I like to actually get blitzes. I don't need to just blitz every play. I want to get those numbers, man. I want to see people in the dirt. I want to get pressure, and that is something we were able to do with Jonathan Gannon here, and he was a disciple of the system. So we talk about, and he obviously variations, not just him, but Zimmer and all kinds of things we talked about, Eberfluss, things that Gannon learned from. But for me, Vic Fangio here, Nick Sirianni went ahead and was pulling some magic. The presser was like a half hour late. Well, they were up to something, and sure enough, this is what they were doing, talking with Vic Fangio. He apparently, and the Dolphins agreed that, he wanted to be home, closer to home with his family, an older gentleman, but he's been a head coach. We've talked about this. Let's take a look at his resume, and you can see all the things this dude's been doing for a very, very long time. And look, man, he's had an emphasis on all kinds of different positions. You see the first thing he ever did, linebackers. Oh, so he knows the importance of linebacker play. He knows how to use the edge rushers we have, how to use the inside linebackers, the off-ball stack guys. And look, the secondary, all these things that really we should have been able to shine with. And look, injuries did occur this year for the Eagles. A lot of things did go wrong. And when the offense is playing like ass, the defense sucks. When the defense is playing like ass, the offense. So many things went into this season. And, obviously once Sean Desai, and I thought Desai was used as a scapegoat. And, I saw games against the Dolphins, against the Chiefs, the Bills, where it was like, oh, that's why you run this defense. When you're able to shut down, Justin Jefferson in the Vikings, Tyreek Hill in the Dolphins, Stephon Diggs in the Bills. So it's like, it works, man, if you work it. I can't stress enough, getting the godfather of the system that you guys know I am infatuated with. Yeah, I'm all aboard. So let me hear what you're thinking, ladies and gentlemen. I know you sickos that tune in here know how I feel about this defense, but maybe you're hearing from Seth Joyner. We need to get Wink Martindale. We should blitz every play. Let's be last in the league in points, in scoring. Let's give it all up, all the yards, but as long as we're blitzing every play. But whatever you feel, let me know. I'm quite pumped up. And, we talk about how pissed off I was that we missed out on him because of Gannon. But this dude literally told the team he works for, look, man, I want to leave and go be the Eagles coach. Like, that is what's up. And Tiffany, I appreciate you tuning in. Let's go. And, well, it wasn't inevitable at all. He was the defensive coordinator of the Dolphins, but I am very happy that he has come to where he belongs, because this is something we talked about last year mightily, how pissed off I was that we couldn't get Fangio. But look, man, I think that this is something, we saw how well Gannon did. We made it to the Super Bowl. People are saying you don't find success if you do this. I think making it to the Super Bowl is literally what you want to do. Now, you want to win it. You don't want this guy to be looking for another job, a head coaching job somewhere when the damn game's about to start. So, yeah, you want a guy that's, Old Man River looking to retire in Pennsylvania. I mean, this is a dream for him, for us. He's going to settle in, be the defensive coordinator, the head coach of the defense. He'll be able to lock in these younger, and he'll be an even keel guy, where Sirianni flipping out all the time. And, you need that. We talk about yin and yang there. So this is exactly what we talked about, a veteran D coordinator. And I had a nice list of guys for you. Obviously, with him having a job, I did not have him on my list, but this would be number one for me if he were available. And now he has become available literally to become the Eagles DC. So it's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go. But yeah, Desai, obviously. Last year was really bad not really that bad. It worked really well. But when Matt Patricia did take over, you saw how bad it really was. Maybe this will be persuade how he'd invest in linebacker. Well, we already talked about it. He's going to, because you have a need there. He's not going to ignore a position because the media is offended or fans are upset. Like, he'll go get positions when he knows it's time. He doesn't have to listen to people that don't know anything about football, and he will be able to go into this draft and free agency. We've got the draft capital. We've got the cap space. We'll be able to add people. So let's go, baby. But hey, hope you're pumped up here, Ewing. Let's get pumped up. This is awesome. This is something we have dreamed of. So what do you mean? Is it confirmed what I'm saying? Yeah, what I'm saying is confirmed. He parted ways with the Dolphins. We talked about them earlier. What a bunch of clowns. And hell yeah, this is the system I've talked about for years and years. So I'm ready for it. I'm very pumped up about this system. It's the one that you wanted these guys to be able to implement and, do things that we wanted to see and, saw glimpses of at times. But this is it, man. This is the scheme I talk about. All those videos you saw, those come from principles that are of Vic Fangio's. That's the defense that we talk about. And having that versatility, being able to match up against anyone, that's how we've been drafted. To have those odd fronts, to use Jordan Davis as that zero shade, one technique monster, two gap, just dominant beast. But you also have your one gap assignments and that's where the versatility of being able to change your defense each week on the fly within the game, being able to adjust and do things. And this guy's got a lot of experience doing that. So again, somebody with head coaching experience. We talk about an older veteran, not somebody who's going to try all this stuff and confuse everyone. It's kind of, okay, we've been running this. So a lot of these younger guys, the things they've been learning, we're going to be able to just pick it right back up. But I think this is like when I talked about, my excitement for getting Desai because he was going to try to run a lot of the same things Gannon did. I was so excited because I loved what Gannon did, because I love what Vic Fangio does. Now, again, I've said a million times, Gannon is a big mixture of a lot of things. All these guys, they're not, this isn't Madden. They don't like have the playbook of this guy and they're like, oh, there it is. Like they're doing the same thing. It's a lot of the same principles and ideas. And all those the ones that we've talked about for years where it's like, you talk about this team and, bend don't break. That has been the thing that I think drives people crazy. But it's like when you're missing tackles, when you are not executing the way you're supposed to, yes, you're going to fail. So you need to be able to do your part as well. The coaches can only do so much. So it's a two-sided thing here. And I think that obviously, this is something I'm ecstatic about. And I think that being able to get that pressure without sending extra, but you're still sending like 5 guys most of the time. You're doing things with those odd fronts, but you don't have to. You have your edge rushers in the dirt. You'll have them standing up. And yeah, every now and again, they'll drop in coverage, but I felt like we were really doing stupid shit last year. Like not the right way. It's okay to disguise your defense and do things every once in a while, but not to make it, dude, it's been bad this last half of the year. And I talked about it when Desai got fired, thought that was the worst idea ever. You got to give something time here and whatever, regardless of Desai being gone, Matt Patricia comes in. He wants to implement his own ideas, give new terminology and confuse everyone. So it just gets worse. I think you need to get back to what works inside of this. So I'm very pumped up about it. Let me know. Just happy to get approved in DC. Exactly. And we talk about it. That's the reason that he, parted ways with them. This is Adam Schefter telling us this, guy. So I'm letting you know that's why he and the Dolphins parted ways, so he could move back to Pennsylvania and the Eagles won him. This is going down, ladies and gentlemen, and it will become official. I'm pumped up about it. So, and I'll always do that. Don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So I appreciate you guys always tuning in, coming for that Eagles news. But okay with the scheme of defense, and I want to see it. Yeah, I'm okay with it as long as we're making Super Bowls. I'm perfectly okay with getting to the pinnacle. So I like it too, man. I want to be good. I know I'm seeing a lot of media fans saying, you never want to make the Super Bowl. That's failure. I got to disagree. I think that's literally what you want to do, and you want to win it. And again, you want your D coordinator to be locked in. I think this guy's going to be locked in. He knows he is the head coach of the defense. Sirianni's the head coach of the team. Bringing an offensive coordinator that knows what's going down too. Maybe it's a proven commodity, but now with an old head at DC, I think you can bring in one of those younger guys we talked about that can implement some things, and Sirianni and he can work together to really create something special here. And it allows Fangio to do the defense, and Sirianni doesn't have to worry about teaching anybody anything. Or, I just think that clearly we talked about this, last week when we talked about all the candidates, and I told you I'd give you a breakdown. And I think actually I do have my list of 32. I didn't get the 10 graphics done, but I was getting there. I think I had 6 done, so I had 4 more to go. But you can see here, I had quite a list of guys that are out there, and I think that a lot of great possibilities for this Eagles team to add to the DC position. But they apparently were behind closed doors doing stuff, and we knew it because they were late to their damn press conference. And sure enough, I was sitting here talking to Chelsea, and I was like, dude, this is pissing me off because I'm waiting. I was like, but I think there's room for excitement here because they're probably up to something good here. And sure as shit, as soon as it gets done, this news is right there on my feed. So I'm like, oh my God. So got together his resume for you quick. Wanted to jump on here, talk to you about it. But I'm excited, man. Get excited. I like being good. I want to be good again on defense. I want this offense to, be able to rely on their defense making stops. And both of these, sides of the ball, being able to step it up. The special teams was great last year. So let's get things on the right track here. And I think this is a step in that direction. So let's go. And I'm not making that defensive video now because it pretty much seems like this is what's going down. So, hey, all about it, ready to rock and roll. New terminology is what really pissed me off, talking about trying to make yourself relevant. Yeah, man, we talked, about that. I don't know why we would do that. That was definitely dumb. So crazy. But the new terminology that we talked about when Matt Patricia over Sean Desai there. Yeah, that was very dumb. Just like we talked about then. Very dumb. But very excited here about the DC, and very interesting. Be able to do one thing. Hey, look, we talked about the OC last night. If you guys missed that video, go check it out. But look, Nick will stick his nose in it. I don't know. The media's got fans really confused about what a head coach does. The head coach is going to be the head coach of the team. He is going to be in charge of everything. So I don't know where they're getting people gripped up with that one, but yeah, he's going to be in charge of the team still. That's why he's still the head coach. But offensive coordinator will have his job. Defensive coordinator will have their job. And we're just going to hope that whoever they bring in at OC has got the right ideas here. And you got a lot of talent. So, and Nick talked about today in the presser, obviously was just his third year. He's going to continue to learn, grow, develop, and we have to have that. And I want continuity here at, coaching. And I know Gary from down at 7-Eleven telling everybody, you got to fire everyone every year. And I heard Tom Brady say, you want continuity with those coaches. You want to learn together, grow together, be able to, see things the next year and, hey, this is how we do this. So I don't know, whoever you guys believe, Tom or you believe Gary from 7-Eleven. I don't know. One of the greatest of all time. But hey, we'll see. But for the press conference really discouraged me. Yeah, I just really don't. I can't. And I'm so sorry. I try to get back to the comments, but it's just really too draining. There's just so many whiny fans in this fan base that don't know anything that's going on, and just they're continuing what they did at the end of the season. It's like, all right, dog, that season's over. Like the people got fired that you were whining about, but they still just follow Dan Sileo and Jock of Media and all the lies. And it's unbearable. I do my best. So that's why I just keep pumping out content. I tell you, if you really want to talk to me, hop in on the lives. I'm always here for you guys. And I do my best. I really do. I'm trying to counteract it all because, they're always lying. People are always going to be whining, but I'm always going to be standing tall, pushing the truth. And hey, people are always going to come for me because of that, but I don't mind it, man. And look, that's a good thing. Just like the Super Bowl year, I predicted when we won, everyone was against us. No one believed. So I'm good with getting rid of all these fake fans, the closet fans, only come out when we're winning. I'm good with the flip-flop and fair weathers. But yeah, it's always unbearable. Always. And like comment. Yeah, I don't comment on anymore. And we were talking about this earlier. Like, I don't even, it's just, they always just ruin my content. All the hours I put, putting these shows together. We have to sit here and talk about them. And I just, it's draining. I just don't really care about them at all. But look, for me, I'm excited here. DC, Vic Fangio, it looks like, for the Philadelphia Eagles. So if you guys are into football stuff, you want to talk about that, lots of content out there. Even today, this is like the third or fourth video. So whether you're interested in the offensive coordinator candidates, the draft picks, the cap space, the reserve future signings, their cap hits, you want the free agents who I think staying or going, all of that stuff, you can go check it out. I think that, there's enough content to get you through all of this madness, and you can just be like me and ignore it, because I am tired of it ruining my content and having to spend so much time talking about it, because it's all my comments. It's all everywhere. I know everyone hates the Eagles. I get it. Everyone sucks. We got to fire. I get it. I'm going to stick to talking to football, talking about the things that matter. If you're into that stuff, if you're a sicko, welcome aboard. If you hate that, you're more into the whiny shit, there are plenty of content creators out there for you. 7-Eleven, are you guys allowed? Yo, man, it's wild, the stuff I hear. People tell me, man, we're trading Hurts stuff. Dude, nuts. His owner said, thank God. Yeah, man, they're unbearable. They really are, man. Yeah, I don't anymore. And I'm so sorry to those of you who comment on stuff. If you feel I turned off all my notifications. I just can't do it anymore, man. It's just too much. And I'm more focused on getting good content to you, giving you stuff that you actually need, and will help you. Okay, I can form my own opinion. Why would we trade Hurts when it's actually massive dead cap? Like, what is Mike Flo? How do these people get paid millions of dollars and not know basic stuff that I do? That annoys me. But hey, it is what it is. We'll keep dealing with it, and I'll keep trying to get people to get on board with the football stuff. After the comments, it's the same as the other day. You can go check out that video. It has all the draft picks, all that stuff for you guys, but we still got 16 the next 2 years. But yeah, that is all in that video there. Jimmy Collab with Gates, no doubt. Yeah, I've talked to him before. Seems like a good guy. I did a video for him. He asked me once before to do a little clip for him as part of this video he was doing. But nice guy, yeah, for sure. And I always tell people, you want me to come on your show, reach out. Always happy to help out. A little late here. What are your thoughts? I'm pumped up, man. This is the system I talk about for, the last 4 years here. Very excited about it to get the godfather of the system that we talk about. So let's go. And I'm very excited. I'm ready to block out all the people, and they're going to go. And they don't ever stop. That's one thing you guys have to understand. They're going to whine all off season how they hate the Eagles. They'll whine all season how everybody sucks. We have to fire. They'll never enjoy the Eagles. They are miserable pieces of that's just, they want to spread that. And you got to understand, misery loves company. So we have to come out here, support our Eagles, talk about our birds, and not give a flying shit about what these people say, because it is so annoying. Like, I put hours and hours of my free time into putting these out, and I'll like, oh, show about offensive coordinators. People like, oh yeah, did you hear Dan Tilly said we're trading Hurts? It's like, just shoot me. Like, God damn, like it's nuts. But you sickos keep showing up, and I'll keep putting out this content. You'll know everything. So while everyone's lying and feeding everyone misinformation, you'll know I'm coming right here and getting the facts. So look, man, we'll be right back. Let them hate on us. It's perfectly fine with me. So I'll sit here and I'll explain exactly how things go, and they can just keep shitting everywhere. I can't do it. But all about it. And last night, if you guys saw the show, that was my number one choice for OC, Eric Bieniemy. So I think that, getting guys with that kind of experience would be great for this team. And I think Bieniemy and Fangio here would be a perfect combination for Sirianni to learn from guys that, have been doing it for a little while. And a great job by him to really bring Steichen and Gannon with him, do so well in 2 years to be able to get to the Super Bowl, get them head coaching jobs. But we don't want to mess around with the roster we have right now, man. It's great. Innovative minds. Yeah, we need to go kick some ass we've got some smart guys already here. So let's bring in some dudes. And you know how excited I am about Vic Fangio. Anybody who's watched the show anytime, you know how much I talk about Vic Fangio. I mean, unless you're just not listening to anything I say, you know how much I love Vic Fangio's defense. And you can just go back to all the videos we've talked about, Sean Desai, Jonathan Gannon, their defenses, what they are. I could make another one, but it's just hearing what I say within those videos about why I love it. It'll tell you why I love it, because of what Vic Fangio tries to do. And I just think that in today's NFL, it's a passing league, and you have to be able to, do things with certain players. And I know nobody wants to hear edge rushers dropping the coverage. That's not what I'm saying, but you don't have to blitz every play. You can have different ways where you're lining up linemen that you can create pressure without having to blitz everyone, without having to take away from, the coverage. And, there's a lot of teams that are implementing, 3 wide receiver sets, doing things where it's like, we're going to see a lot of, people will say 3-4. Dude, you're going to see 3-3-5. You're going to see a lot of things where, and you'll see just your base like 4-2 nickel. So, dude, you're going to see a lot of everything we've been talking about over and over again, trying to, limit teams from the big play, trying to, sure, they'll get some dinking and dunking, but they're not going to score touchdowns. And that's how we were, a top team in points and yards in years past, being able to break sack records. And man, when you got good players like we do, and we're going to go into free agency in the draft, and teams are going to see, holy shit, they mean business. We got Fangio, and we'll see who we had on OC, but get excited because there's talent here. I don't care what the media is saying. Like, and I've got people commenting, the Eagles are doomed. Like, all right, dog, you just don't know how anything works. That's fine. Go check out the videos. I mean, I've got the cap, the picks, everything you need to know. It's literally already out there. There's videos. Go to the playlist, Show Me the Money, go to Sicko Season, any of them. You'll get more info than you'll get anywhere. I will literally, it's filled, dude. So get pumped up. Don't let them twist you, man, because they will definitely try. Yeah, no thanks. And I know a lot of fans, Seth Joyner, believe that, being last in the league in points and yards, giving up the most of those is a good thing. I don't think sucking is good. I actually think winning is good, going to the Super Bowl. So for me, I'm more on going to the Super Bowl side, not like I need to see the stats say that we blitzed every play. Like, that's not my idea. I want to win games. That, for me, and you guys know I stick to the football. I'm not big into the stupid narratives that all those people, Seth Joyner and Dan Tilly, that work for Jocka Media. I mean, I try my best to counteract it and give you guys real stuff every time they're going off, but I know everybody gets pissed off, but I'm literally just trying to help. So I know you sickos enjoy it. I'm just saying, you see the hate in the comments I get. It's nuts, dude. And whatever, bro. If that's your thing, you like never knowing what's going on, love always being lied to, hey, enjoy. I'm going to pass. But love it, Tiffany. That's what I like to hear. And hopefully you guys enjoy that content because it should give you a positive outlook. Like, holy shit, we got Howie in charge. Yeah, we've got some dumb fans that think, we should fire and trade Hurts and everybody. But man, they really just don't know anything about football. So who cares, right? So you just look at it and say, man, Jimmy just showed me all of these picks, all of this cap space. He even showed me the roster with the free agents, with the reserve future contracts. I showed you the cap hits for the reserve future. I showed you the cap space right now. I showed you the restructure of Jason Kelsey, what that does. The reserve future cap hits, what that does after it. I mean, is there anyone else out there that does this stuff? I mean, before I do, I know they are able to repeat it. I see that. They're definitely able to take my content. But hey, to each their own. If that's not for you, no doubt, man. First thing first, need that right now. Yeah, no doubt. And Fangio, big part of it. Could get somebody familiar with the Niners scheme. Well, there's some people from that system. Todd Bowles, defense lover, would beg to differ with you, Jimmy. Yeah, no doubt. Todd Bowles, that was another one people, had talked about. And I like Todd Bowles. That Tampa 2 and like the variations of what they're doing there, more even fronts you're looking at, but that, you can't really say that anymore in the NFL. Teams are always versatile, but it's just to what extent. And Todd Bowles I like, but, they blitz a lot, but, they would also tell you that they're sitting on the couch right now. So, yeah, they were able to blitz Jalen Hurts, but if you would do that to Patrick Mahomes, if you would do that to an offense that was willing to adjust to the blitz, you'd get eaten alive. I would welcome you. If I were playing football and I were the coach, I would tell you to please do what Todd Bowles did. I would beg you to do it, and I would eat you alive. So, yeah, man, I would differ that going to the Super Bowl is better than stats. Winning, though, you got to get that. So we saw this team obviously trying to stick to that with the side. Now they're definitely sticking to it by getting the Godfather himself, ladies and gentlemen. But got to get rolling here. So I'm not doing the defensive coordinator thing anymore because this looks like it's going to happen. Maybe we could talk later about it when it officially happens. We'll see exactly how things work out if the OC gets hired. I'll make a video about that. Some of you guys asked me, hey, do you plan on stopping making videos on everything? No. Anytime there's Eagles news, if you're messaging me, ask me. I'm probably just getting together all of the graphics and everything that I have to do on like 8 different social media platforms before I put together a show and then get it posted. I mean, like, I'm like 30 people in one. So I apologize that I don't have the fastest equipment and I can't make a video 30 seconds after news comes out, but I do my best to get you that information, relay everything to you, and give you the facts of the matter that you need to know rather than the shit that they're spewing out there. So if you saw the video earlier, we were laughing at Jock of Media getting destroyed by Britton Covey. I destroyed Mike Florio, taught him how the salary cap works so he can stop putting out lies. But hope you enjoyed those. We talked about OC candidates last night. Check out that video. But this is going to change things up for me with that DC thing getting mixed up. So I do want to do like the positional needs and stuff like that, but we're kind of in like the coaching stuff. So maybe what I'll do for you now is just, for those of you who don't watch or apparently have refused to watch the shows I put out the last couple of years about this style defense, I'll do it again and I'll explain it in detail. I'll even bring those fancy little graphics you guys like to show you what the defense looks like. So I'll put that together for you. We'll talk about that in the next couple of days here. I've got a bunch of stuff mapped out for you, but with the coaching stuff still like kind of in limbo here, you don't really know where to go. So I'm kind of just waiting it out, and wow. But what makes those teams different than the Eagles? I mean, better teams out there that can adjust. Well, you need to have coaches that adjust, like I had said there. So yeah, you want to adjust to that. You don't want to like continue doing the same exact thing. And oh yeah, he's gonna be pissed that we're not blitzing every play, and I can't wait. He's gonna be irate that we break sack records and are number one. I mean, I saw the fans hated getting, when we were number one in the league in turnovers, number one against the pass, number one in points. People were pissed. They hated this defense. We got to fire good. And I kept saying, this dude's going to get a head coaching job. Now, liked the guy up until he screwed us right before the Super Bowl, so he can go F himself. But the style is what I liked. So as a person, blow me. as the scheme itself and where we're talking about from the basis of this anyway. Yeah, Vic Fangio, let's effing go. Troy, my man, hope you're excited about this because I'm pumped up. And Tiffany, I'm always glad when I can make you guys laugh because I feel like I'm living in Narnia. I don't even know if anything is real half the time. I sit here and post information that should be valuable to the world and nobody cares. And you see like the dumb shit today, like, oh, Hertz is unapproachable. I saw someone had like 20,000 views because they just push lies. And I don't know how, for those of you who love that misinformation and you follow all the other content creators, more power to you. But please stop commenting to me about it because if it's something that's real, I will make a video about it. That's the difference. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. And if I do make a video, it's to laugh at the people that are lying to you. So always know you can come here and you can trust that if I'm telling you a source told me, it's from a real source because I have real sources, unlike these people. And look, dog, we're going to continue to change the game. I'm going to continue to stand up to the media. Fans will be offended. I don't care. I will. And it was so weird to see all these fans standing against the media today. I was like, whoa, thought you guys, their word was gospel here. As much as I have to hear that, it was truly a shock. But it's always a shock to me to see people supporting the Eagles. It gets weird when, when we're losing, I only have you sickos. So when all these people become fans, it's like, who the fuck? I don't even know who they are. It's so crazy to see all these weird fans we get. But look, man, they're going to be going through a tough one this offseason because this team's about to get right on track, and that is going to destroy all their narrative. So I love it. I love it. Yes, you want to adjust as a coach. Definitely don't want to not adjust. Adjusting is good. So, yeah, you want that from your offensive coordinator, just like we talked about last night. So go check out that video, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to sit here and repeat what I've said over and over again, but I'm going to get rolling out here tomorrow. As I said, I'm not sure exactly because I had some different plans with the coordinators, but it looks like we might already have ours. So going to be breaking things down. If you need me in the meantime, before I come back, you can always reach out to me on any of these platforms. You can comment on any of those prior videos. Let me know how you're feeling. You have any questions, whatever is on your mind. And don't worry, man. We have got free agency coming. Then we got the draft coming. You're going to have so much content. You're not going to know what to do with it. So, and I really appreciate that, man. And I'm going to continue. And Troy, I really appreciate that because some of these people, I know they love the fake news and they love repeating it to me and telling me how much of an asshole I am for not agreeing with that dumb shit. Dog, I don't care. I stood here and told you Hertz would develop. I was literally the only Eagles content creator. And there's some that, made some merchandise a couple years later and, tried to ride my train there of, finally I taught them. I had them on the show. I tried to go on their shows. Tell them, look, man, jump on board this Hertz train before it's too late. You finally see them praising QB1. I stood tall when everyone wanted to fire Howie. I just don't care about people that don't know football. And I will continue to destroy them. And I'm all about it. And yes, last year, man, we're talking about this year, all about it. And look, I appreciate that, Tiffany, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. In this all season, they're going to try their best to whine and hate everything, and everybody sucks. But look, man, it's over, bro. The season ended. I'd love to sit here and whine and do everything that I had to sit and listen to for months upon months. But it's a new season for me, baby. It's sicko season. And I know Tim, Tiffany, all of you sickos are going to be tuning in throughout. Troy, my man, so glad you found the channel. Welcome to the family. I know Ewing was in here. I know some of you sickos will be tuning in later. China's always in here. She's watching the chat, so better watch yourselves. Big Dom in here, but you guys are awesome. I truly love you, and that's what this is about. And when I get heated, it's about those ass bags out there, always pushing their narratives, always trying to be negative Nancy's. And it's like, look, dog, I get it. And my life, this chronic disease, it blows ass. But guess what? I come here to escape. This is my escape. I want to talk about the Birds, and if they suck, we'll talk about how they suck. We'll talk about how they fix it. But guess what? The season's over. We already fired everybody that everybody whined about. It's over, man. We're getting new coordinators. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all the cap space draft picks that we already did. We're going to talk about all the free agents, draft picks. It's coming, baby. Sicko season is here. They all wanted it. They wanted to lose all year. They got their wish. I hate it. I hate when football's not on, but well, it's on. We're just not playing. So it drives me insane, and it's about to be gone. And look, it's going to be tough times. I know a lot of people will be gone, but you sickos will keep coming back, and that's all I ask. I will keep putting out this information that I like to think actually helps you. So I don't know, man. If you guys are in need of anything, I tell you, you want something added to the show, you think I should add this, that, the other thing, tell me, man. I'm trying to make this a show where you can come and be like, I really just got something from this today. And I really appreciate that, Tim. And you've been awesome. You know, the wine coolers, we've had some real good last year, my man. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I know you do. And all of you always tune in. And we're getting those shirts out. And I started tinkering with it, of course. And I like put Howie on it. And then I thought putting the picture of me and Howie on it, but like not like actually my face, like a like outline of it. It's just, I had so many ideas, man. It's just, I don't know. Maybe just the sicko scene is how I had it. Maybe you liked that. I didn't really get much feedback after I said that, but you said you liked it, so that's all that matters. But if you're with it, I'm gonna put a couple of them together, and it's just been too busy for me to even finish that one design I had out. But I wanted to put a few out there, so that way you guys could tell me, like, look, that's the one I like, because it's 3 days you get them on sale, and I want you guys. I told you I don't make money off it, so I want you to get them as cheap as you can, and I want you to get the shirt you want, right? So, does that mean we're going to draft or trade? We're solid. Yeah, we already talked about this, man. We have a need at linebacker. So whoever's telling everybody that the Eagles are not going to get a linebacker because they're offended, don't listen to those people, because the Eagles will address their needs, because it just, the media gets so caught up with whining that they forget that this is football and no one gives a shit that they're hate life, whatever. Miss Covey calling out, it was awesome. Go watch that one. I got a little heated in that one. But glad you like that money stuff, man. And look, unfortunately, got cut out from that. And hey, I did my best to grow that bad boy. It was a shame. Never liked to get, the old, but hey, it happens, man. But still nothing but love for people, and still do my best to, and look how much I've taught people. Like, that's what I was trying to do, bro. Change the game. And that's what we've done. You see people finally talking about shit that matters. That's what I'm about, baby. And you see, no one knew anything about the cap for years, dog. And now, boom. So, Todd, I appreciate that, brother, because I hate the fact that everyone else is getting paid for the work I do and everyone now understands it. Like, yeah, that pisses me off, but knowing that you guys appreciate it, that's what it's all about, man. So I love each and every one of you. Hope you're having yourselves a great day. And hell yeah, that's the guy I want. So all about it. And yeah, he's awesome. But you guys have a great night. And one of my favorite nicknames of all times, Jimmy Effin Smith. Appreciate that, my man. And we're going to keep it real this offseason. Hope you're ready. And Tim, I will get those designs ready for you. I will get all of this stuff. I got to map things out a little differently now that we kind of already know. But if it happens within the next hour, I'm not making another video. Okay. I'm just going to post about it, but we'll talk about it. Don't worry. Until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all have yourselves a great rest of your hump day. And if you need me, feel free to reach out, but have a great night. Stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!